Welcome, colleagues and parents. It's Miss Gisa, and it is the season of giving. It's Thanksgiving season, and I wanted to share a few books that I love to read to my child and to my students during Thanksgiving. The first one is called Around the Table That Grandad Built, and it's written by Melanie Huser-Hill and illustrated by Jamie Kim. I really enjoy the story about a table built by Grandad and the family and friends that gather and share a meal around this table. Everyone adds something to the table. Mom has her napkins that she sewed. Mom and Dad's glasses are used for the meal that they received during their wedding. Grandma's silverware that was passed down to Dad is on the table. The squash that's used is from the garden. Gran makes her homemade bread. It's beautiful and has diverse faces and dishes all around a special table on a special day. So I highly recommend that book. The next one is called We Are Grateful Otsaliheliga. Thanksgiving is a time that we focus on being grateful, which is at the center of the Cherokee culture. I learned a lot in this children's book written by Tracy Sorrell, who is a citizen of the Cherokee Nation, and the story is illustrated by Frane Lazak. The word Otsaliheliga is used by members of the Cherokee Nation to express gratitude. Beginning in the fall with the new year and ending in the summer, you follow a Cherokee year of celebrations and experiences. One of the reasons I love this book is because Tracy Sorrell really shares with us a contemporary view of Cherokee children and their families. The next book that I really like to use during this season is called The Can Do Thanksgiving, and it's written by Marion Hess Pomeranc and illustrated and photographed by Nancy Coate. This is a heartwarming story about a little girl who saves her money to buy a can of peas for her school's food drive. And then she and her class volunteer to serve a Thanksgiving meal to people who were disadvantaged at a local church. And I love how the people coming to the church for the meal are portrayed as normal people with dignity. And there are a lot of diverse faces and abilities included in the story. I love the inclusivity of this story. The next one is called Gracias, the Thanksgiving Turkey, written by Joy Cowley and illustrated by Joe Cepeda. And this is about a young Puerto Rican boy named Miguel who refuses to go anywhere without his turkey friend. And he also doesn't want his turkey friend to end up as the Thanksgiving meal. So you'll have to read to find out what happens next. And the next book is called No Turkey for Thanksgiving, written by Jacqueline Jules and illustrated by Catherine Mitter. And this story is about a little girl who's worried about what her teachers and friends will say if they find out that her family, her Vietnamese American family, eat duck instead of turkey for Thanksgiving. I grew up being a child of an immigrant, an American Italian child, and we did not eat turkey. Our main meal was lasagna. So I could really understand how she felt, that it was so different. I think this is a really great story for families and kids to know there's no right way to have a Thanksgiving meal, and really it's the memories and joy that come from being with family and friends and sharing food together. The next book I want to share with you is called Saturday at the Food Pantry by Diane O'Neill and illustrated by Brizida Magro. This story is about a little girl named Molly and her mom who don't always have enough food and frequently have to go to the local food pantry. Molly's always happy to get the food to eat there until she sees her classmate Caitlin, who's embarrassed to be at the food pantry. This is a wonderful story with a message that everyone needs help sometimes. And another book I really like to share with friends is called I Am Thankful by Sherry Wall. This is a delightful rhyming story about coming together and being thankful for what we have. Different families and their traditions are represented in the story, and the focus is about giving and sharing. This story is called Gratitude is My Superpower, and it's a children's book about giving thanks and practicing positivity by Alicia Ortego. This is a book that helps children realize that they need to be grateful for what they have. And it's about a little girl that learns that happiness is made up of both the small and little things in life. And then finally, a book about turkeys called All About Turkeys by Jim Arnosky. And this is a great nonfiction book that's all about turkeys, as the title states. Kids will learn about turkeys, how they eat, sleep, and survive. I hope these book picks help you in your classroom or at home to celebrate the season. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to like and subscribe to support our channel.